Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to all of you, especially towards Dr. Shamsinar. Before we start our presentation, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Saiful Danial bin Saifuddin, and my self-practice member consists of Yu Wei, Prayces, and Sarah. So we just have to start with the fact that we all experience Malaysia is a fast speeding up in its digital growth. Our public and private sectors are going digital at all rates. Online services, cashless method of payment, and so on. However, with the rapidity of this transformation comes an increased susceptibility to cyber threats. These cybersecurity threats have become more serious nowadays. The more interconnected we are, the more threats there are to hack our services and personal and national data. The most dangerous, especially, is the fact that the fraud has been the highest frequent cybercrime in Malaysia. It goes on to erode the trust of the people and causes economic losses that we can just pass by. Which leads to the most important fact, which is that we require a holistic approach that is strategic. During this presentation, we will break down to the threat landscape and discuss the feasible proactive solution to improve the cybersecurity resilience of Malaysia. Let's move on to the next part.
Next, I will be explaining about the background of the problem. As we all know, the internet, although it is very essential to each and every one of us, it has become the major platform for various cybersecurity threats. Let's have a look. Here are some of the most common cybersecurity threats one can encounter. Here we have phishing, ransomware, financial fraud, and data breaches. I will be explaining one by one. Phishing, as we all know, is the method suspects use to trick users into giving up their personal information such as password or credit card numbers. Usually, suspects will send emails or messages to individuals to influence them into giving up their personal information. Ransomware, on the other hand, is when suspects modify or block users' data on their computer. Usually in a malicious software form where it restricts access to the computer system. Cybercriminals usually will ask for payment in order to decrypt the software to restore the access. The third one is financial fraud. Financial fraud is when system and digital technologies are used to steal money or financial assets to commit fraud or financial gain. Finally, data breaches is when users' personal information is leaked to the public. How, you may ask? Cybercriminals will usually hack, phishing, or use malware in order to gain access and exploit system vulnerabilities. Hence, they are able to gather users' personal information. That is what data breaches is. Now, let's have a look on the effect of cybersecurity threats. First, we have financial losses. As mentioned before, some of the personal information of users can be leaked to the public, such as their credit card numbers. This can be used by criminals for their own goods and income. Secondly, victims will face identity theft. Because their personal information are known, criminals can use it to gain access over various websites or systems involving users' access to reach their goal, such as using users' password to access users' bank account. The third effect is business disruption. As mentioned, company will also will be affected from these criminal activities. Like the company website will be hacked and loses some money, And finally, we will have reputational damage because of the cybersecurity threats.
So let's dive into a possible solution to our problem. The strategies approaches to combat emerging cybersecurity threats. So the first solution is security awareness training. So what is a security awareness training? The security awareness training is a structured educational program. It's designed to teach individuals that, especially employees in organizations, about how to recognize, how to avoid, and respond to cybersecurity threats. The main goal is to reduce human error, which is one of the leading causes of data breaches, phishing attacks, and other cyber incidents. The training typically covers topics such as how to identify phishing emails, how to create strong passwords, and how to protect sensitive information. In a large companies, where employees often have access to critical system and data, so this training plays a crucial role in building a security-minded culture and ensuring compliance with data protection regulations. So, by making employees aware of potential cyber risks and how to respond appropriately, the organizations can greatly improve their overall cybersecurity posture and reduce the chances of a successful attack.
Then, who needs the security awareness training? So, there are three communities that play an important role in security training to build a developed nation. First is employees that are crucial, especially in large organizations. So, they often the first line of defense against security threats. Training is critical to protect sensitive company data, to prevent financial loss, and ensure compliance with cybersecurity laws. So, a single careless click or weak password can compromise an entire system. So, the next one is consider the general public. A developed country is come from ourselves that aware about cybersecurity threats from social media with so much of our lives online. Everyone benefits from understanding basic security measures, so including everyday uses of online banking, social media, e-commerce platforms. So the awareness is helped to prevent identify theft, scams, and personal data leaks. So it's not just business or IT professionals. The security awareness is for anyone who interact with technology. Meanwhile, students and teachers are increasingly reliant on digital tools for learning. So that makes them targets for phishing, cyberbullying, and privacy violations. By equipping all these groups with the knowledge to recognize and avoid cyber threats, security awareness training helps to build a more security digital environment and reduces the risk of human error across human error across society.
So now let's take a look about the advantages of security awareness training. One of the main advantages of security awareness training is that it strengthens overall security. By educating everyone involved, we can create a more secure environment, reducing vulnerabilities. This is because even the most advanced cybersecurity system can be undermined by simple human mistakes. So, it addresses this vulnerability by educating users on how to recognize and respond to common threats. When they understand how cyber attacks work and how to avoid them, they become an active part of the defense system rather than a weak point. For example, in organizations, this can create a culture where security is everyone's responsibility, greatly reducing the risk of breaches and data loss. By improving individual behavior, the overall security posture of an organization or community becomes much stronger and more resilient against attacks. So, security awareness training is also cost effective in the long term because it helps prevent costly cybersecurity incidents before they happen. While there might be upfront costs, the investment pays off by preventing costly security breaches in the future. While there may be an initial investment in training programs, this cost is minimal compared to the financial damage caused by data breaches, ransomware attacks, and fraud, especially in large organizations. A single cyber attack can result in lost revenue, legal penalties, and uh, reputational damage. So, by educating employees or users on how to recognize and avoid common threats, organizations can significantly reduce the chances of such incidents occurring. In the long run, this proactive approach saves money by minimizing downtime, avoiding fines, and reducing the need for costly incident response. Remember, these advantages support a safer and more resilient system for everyone involved. So let's go to the next part. Disadvantages uh, security awareness training. Cyber threats are constantly evolving with attackers developing new techniques to bypass security to measures and trick users. So as a result, a one-time training session is not enough because they need regular updates to stay informed about the latest risks, such as new phishing tactics, ransomware trends, or social engineering methods. So this means organization must continuously invest time and resources into updating training content, then conducting refreshers courses, and testing employee responses through simulations. Without this ongoing effort, the training can quickly become outdated and users may forget what they've learned and then making them vulnerable once again. To maintaining a consistent and evolving training program is essential, but it can be challenging, especially in large companies with many employees or limited cybersecurity resources. Okay, the next, another disadvantage of security awareness training is inconsistent participation, which can significantly reduce its overall effectiveness. In large organizations, it can be difficult to ensure that every employee across different departments, locations, or time zones completes their training on time and with the necessary level of engagement. Some employees may view cybersecurity as someone else's responsibility, or they may be too busy with their primary task to take the training seriously. Maybe the others may rush through the content without truly understanding the material just to check the box. This inconsistency creates security gaps, as even one untrained or careless employee can become the entire point for a cyber attack. So, in educational settings, the students or teachers may also vary in their participants, leading to uneven protection and awareness. Therefore, organizations must actively monitor participation to provide reminders and sometimes enforce completion policies to ensure that everyone receives and applies the training, which adds to the management effort.
Next, let me introduce a key digital solution proposed to tackle Malaysia's rising cyber threats. A government-developed super app equipped with anti-cyber threat features. The idea is to centralize various cybersecurity tools into one powerful and accessible mobile application. So, what are anti-cyber threat features? At the core of the super app are several advanced features: machine learning-based scan call and SMS filtering, which can intelligently detect and block suspicious communication. And next, educational content such as short videos and articles to raise public awareness about common cyber scams and how to stay safe. But the super app does more than just protect users passively. It's designed to be interactive and connected. It offers direct API integration with PDRM, so users can report scams instantly and track investigation progress in real time. The app will also connect with bank APIs to flag or even block high-risk and unauthorized transactions, providing an extra layer of financial protection. This all-in-one approach brings several advantages. It eliminates the need for multiple separate security apps, speeds up law enforcement response, help reduce financial loss, and improve public digital literacy and awareness. However, there are important challenges too. The use of personal data raises privacy concerns, and building such a robust AI-driven app will involve high development and maintenance costs. To overcome this, we recommend a staged implementation approach, allowing for cost control and gradual user adoption, while still leveraging the full potential of AI technology to strengthen Malaysia's cybersecurity landscape. In short, the super app represents a bold, unified solution to one of the nation's most urgent digital challenges. Thank you.
Moving on, let's have a look on the third solution our group has proposed, which is the community outreach. First of all, what is community outreach? Community outreach is the approach a government or non-government agency can do to share awareness to the public on cybersecurity threats and how to combat it. Usually it is in a form of seminar or training to the public. This will teach the public or give the public an insights on types of cybersecurity threats and tips and tricks on how to recognize them and action needed to be taken if they so encounter it. For example, emphasizing the important notion of using strong, unique password for users to protect their social media as well as any app that involves their personal information. For example, online banking application, so they won't fall short or victimized sometimes in the future. It will also help them to recognize common cyber threats. Now, let's see some of the advantages this solution can bring. First, users' private information will remain safe. Yes, of course it will remain safe, because the users have been taught on how to keep their private information safe by using strong unique password from the community outreach, and also recognizing some cybersecurity threats. This, then, subsequently, will minimize the cybersecurity threats happening in today's world. However, there are also some disadvantages this solution can bring. First, we can say that this solution or this effort is somehow vague and will not reach long-term effect. Why and how, you may ask? Some of the people that join this seminar or this community outreach will then forget what had been taught, especially if the attendances are of self-volunteer. However, it is believed also that the information will be reminded to some of the people that has joined the seminar. Therefore, what we can propose here is that the community outreach should be captivating enough in order to achieve the objectives of the program and leave out long-term effects to the public. For example, inviting a famous influencer to give the talk or training to the people.
To sum up, Malaysia's journey into the digital age has unlocked countless opportunities, but it is also has opened the floodgates to rising cybersecurity risks. As more systems and services go online, the threats we face have become more severe, more complex, and more frequent. Because of that, the strategic approach to cybersecurity is now essential. In response, this presentation outlines several proactive measures we can take. First, educating the public is the key. People need to know how to spot threats before they fall victim to them. Second, we propose developing an all-in-one mobile application that merge AI with advanced security features, making the protection accessible and smarter. Third, community-based programs can play a major role in building awareness and promoting responsible internet behavior, especially among vulnerable groups. But none of this can be succeed without collaborations. To truly strengthen our nation's cyber defense, we need everyone to involve, both from government agencies and private institutions. Through the collective actions, we can amplify public awareness and make the cybersecurity a national priority. In the end, it is more than just protecting data, but it is about safeguarding Malaysia's economy, our public trust, and the integrity of our digital future. By fostering a positive digital culture and managing this risk, we can ensure that our digital modernization is not only successful but secure. Thank you.